If you feel like your life is out of control, if you feel like you're just simply going through the motions, day in, day out, if you feel like you are deeply unfulfilled and don't know how to get back on track, then this video is for you. In it, we will discover the art of saying no, according to Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century. Carl Jung was known for his theories on psychology and his approach to understanding the human psyche. He also offered some very valuable insights into the art of saying no, which can be a powerful tool for reclaiming your life and pursuing your own authentic path. According to Jung, our ability to say no is an essential aspect of living a life that is true to ourselves. When we learn how to do this, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and can start to create the life that we really want. So let us explore the wisdom of Carl Jung and learn how to say no in a way that honors our deepest values and brings us closer to the life we want. No one. Understand your shadow self. According to Jungian psychology, the shadow self refers to the unconscious, repressed aspects of our personality that we may not want to acknowledge or integrate into our conscious lives. This can include negative traits, feelings, and behaviors that we have pushed down or rejected, often because they conflict with our sense of who we want to be. The shadow self can manifest in a number of ways, such as through our negative thoughts, emotions, and reactions to others. It can also show itself through our harmful habits and behaviors that we engage in despite knowing better. One way that the shadow self can manifest is through our fear of saying no. We may fear saying no because it feels uncomfortable, or because we worry about what others will think of us if we do. We may feel guilty or anxious about rejecting others or about letting them down. These fears and worries are all part of our shadow self, and they can prevent us from living a life that is true to ourselves. If we are not aware of our shadow self and its influence over us, we may find ourselves constantly giving in to the desires and expectations of others, even when they conflict with our own values and goals. However, by understanding and integrating our shadow self, we can overcome our fear of saying no and become more authentic in our interactions with others. This means acknowledging and accepting the negative aspects of ourselves and finding ways to express them in a healthy, constructive way. When we learn to do this, we free ourselves from the constraints of our shadow self and open ourselves up to a life of greater authenticity and freedom. Number 2, don't be afraid to disappoint others. Disappointment is an inevitable part of life, and it's important to remember that you cannot make everyone happy all the time. When you try to do so, you may end up sacrificing your own needs and desires in order to meet the expectations of others. This can lead to resentment and dissatisfaction with yourself and your life. Instead, it's important to prioritize your own values and goals and be willing to disappoint others when necessary. Disappointment can be uncomfortable, but it's also an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. By embracing disappointment and learning from it, you can become more resilient and better equipped to handle future challenges. Ultimately, living a life that is true to yourself means being willing to disappoint others at times. And this is something that Carl Jung would have likely agreed with. He believed that we must be willing to sacrifice our old ways of thinking and behaving in order to grow and evolve. This can be painful and uncomfortable, but it is ultimately necessary if we want to live a life that is true to ourselves. No. 3. Follow your own path. Living a life that is true to yourself means following your own path and not worrying about what others think of you. This can be difficult in a society that often values conformity and societal norms. But it is important to remember that you are the only one who can truly know what is right for you. Don't be afraid to be different and to embrace what makes you unique. One way to stay true to yourself is to set boundaries and stick to them. This means being assertive and communicating your needs and limits to others. It also means being willing to say no to things that you don't want to do or that don't align with your values. Setting boundaries can help you maintain your identity and protect your emotional and mental well-being. Another way to stay true to yourself is to embrace your individuality and celebrate what makes you different. This means accepting all parts of yourself, both positive and negative, and embracing your unique perspectives and experiences. By doing so, you will be able to live a life that is rich and meaningful to you. Remember that staying true to yourself is a lifelong journey that requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace change. But the rewards of living a life that is authentic and true to who you are immeasurable. No. 4. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is a powerful guide that can help you stay connected to your true self. It is a deep knowing that you have about yourself and the world around you that transcends logic and rational thought. When you listen to your intuition, you are tapping into a source of wisdom that is greater than your conscious mind. According to Jungian psychology, the intuition is connected to the collective unconscious, a vast storehouse of knowledge and insight that is shared by all humans. By tuning into your intuition, you can access this collective wisdom and use it to guide you in making decisions that are aligned with your deepest values and goals. However, it is important to note that the intuition is not always clear or easy to decipher. It can sometimes be subtle or disguised as a feeling of unease or discomfort. That's why it is important to cultivate a strong connection with yourself and your inner wisdom. This can be done through practices such as meditation, journaling, and spending time in nature. By doing so, you will be able to quiet the noise of the outside world and tune into the quiet voice of your intuition. When you listen to your intuition, you will be able to make decisions that are aligned with your deepest values and that bring you closer to the life you want. You will be able to say yes to opportunities that feel right to you and no to things that do not. No. 5. Embrace uncertainty. The journey of staying true to yourself is not always easy, and there will be times when you feel lost or uncertain. This is where the concept of embracing uncertainty comes in. Uncertainty can be uncomfortable and even frightening, but it is an inevitable part of life. Trying to control everything and eliminate uncertainty can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of helplessness. Instead, we can learn to embrace uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. One way to do this is to challenge our need for certainty and to question whether it is truly possible or even desirable. As Carl Jung said, the more we try to suppress our negative traits, the more they will manifest themselves in destructive ways. Similarly, our desire for certainty can lead us to ignore or deny the uncertainty that is inherent in life. This can cause us to feel overwhelmed and unable to cope with the unexpected. Instead, we can learn to accept uncertainty as a natural and necessary part of life. By doing so, we can free ourselves from the burden of trying to control everything and allow ourselves to be more present and open to the possibilities that each moment offers. Embracing uncertainty also allows us to be more flexible and adaptable in the face of change. Change is an inevitable part of life, and trying to resist it or cling to certainty can cause us to suffer. Instead, we can learn to embrace change as an opportunity for growth and transformation. By doing so, we can better navigate the challenges and uncertainties of life and emerge stronger and more resilient as a result. We hope you enjoyed this video and that it has given you some valuable insights into the art of saying no, according to Carl Jung. If you found the video helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Psyche Insights for more videos like this in the future. We would love to hear your thoughts on the topic, so please leave a comment below with any thoughts or experiences you have related to the video. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.